And they've come out in full force for this one. A fantastic atmosphere here in Minneapolis. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he just continues to throw touchdown pass after touchdown pass, leading the league here down the final stretch of the year. Guys will say that the numbers and rankings, they don't matter to him very much. But I don't know how much I actually believe that. Sure, he's team first, but I think everyone would like to see him finish number one, including himself.
Opening play, and Stroud will throw it. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
Ready? Second Pirate! Deputy Ranger!
Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Stroud looking to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
First carry of the game now for the Texas superstar, Bijan Robinson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 20 carries, 78 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Stroud now on second down. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. Following the play here, now we've got an injury. But now which late in the season, medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Stroud on third down now. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on fourth down. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So here come the Vikings with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss. Okay, and he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
This will be complete to Mechie. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Second down and 8. Operating from the gun, Glenn. Able to power through, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Glenn. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
On third down, Glenn. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
Now here's a throw that's complete. Touchdown, Cowboys! Chris Olave with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Brandon, what we just saw there were 2 guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Well, the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Glenn, a short throw taken in by Okonkwo. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. And they get him to the ground quickly, but he's out near midfield at the 49-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On the bootleg, Stroud. He'll buy some time right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and you're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking deep for Adams. He's got it at the 15. A big play there for Minnesota. 41 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Vikings are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
Swift. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Swift with career touchdown number 126, the same number Jim Brown had during his 9-year career. And the Vikings are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. And out now come the Cowboys. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin first and 10. Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. A solid stiff arm. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. These two teams all tied after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Now Stroud. Completed to Hyatt. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Throwing now is Stroud. And he's got it. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Robinson again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Chris Olave with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Dicker now to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Minnesota. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw. Glenn. He'll let this go for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Glenn able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, here's 2nd and 6. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Back to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And maybe that touchdown on the previous drive has re-energized this offense a little bit. They've been kind of sluggish until then, but they're showing signs of life here, and they get good yardage that time and a 1st down.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Chigakaklo, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And right now we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult third down call now.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Tries the left side and finds Olave. And now we're going to get a stoppage. Remember, the Cowboys shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Fourth down, here's Stroud. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. On first and 10, it's Robinson. And now off to the races down the right side. He may go. Breaks through the contact. Touchdown, Cowboys. Bijan Robinson. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. Off the play fake. Glenn. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
To throw on third down, Glenn. That one thrown across his body, and it's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player, and he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things, and he incorporated that into his route running.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Holding offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
65 check.
Stroud to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 10 through 11, 10 through 11.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Stroud. And this throw will be intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw. Glenn. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Okay, ready?
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
I have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
19 Lions.
Stroud working out of the gun. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown! And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Throwing on first down. Glenn, he's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field.
Automatic first down.
On 1st and 10, Glenn. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They work now on 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Glenn. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies are trying to force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
A final shot before break. Glenn. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. And the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run right here with Swift. Wiggles free. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On first down, Glenn. And it's complete to Adams. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Here's Swift. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Vikings come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Taken in at the 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Right there. Hurry, hurry.
On second down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. And remember, the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard fourth down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. Hand off now to Robinson. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he's taken down inside the 30. 113 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
19 Tiger.
First and 10, it's Stroud. He connects with Hyatt. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, 28 yards. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Swift is hit, and he coughs it up. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Stroud looking to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And they can't bring him down. And then he goes with a juke. And out across midfield down to the 45. 60 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. Not only an explosive play, but an explosive run. I mean, broken tackles along the way to pick up that yardage.
The way things kept churning for him, feet were moving, the legs were driving. Looks like someone who spent his offseason working on hill work, running through sand, all the things that you want to build up those leg muscles.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Off play action. Glenn. That is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Swift. Fights loose and shedding his way forward. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Throwing on 1st down. Glenn. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Third quarter action, and we appreciate you spending your Christmas Eve right here with us. 2nd and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up first and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. So a little extra time to ponder this third and goal as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the fourth. Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. Lutz good on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wildcard spots with 2 weeks to go. But you know, there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit.
And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards. First down. Here's a give to Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Drop 50, drop 50.
And they'll go play action here with Stroud. Connection made to Ruckert. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Sliding out of the pocket, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down. Well, that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
So that CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes guys on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a two-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a two-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And now out comes Minnesota. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Throwing to start the drive. Glenn, his throw incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Back to the air on second down. Glenn, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Glenn. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's DJ Turner who's got it. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Stroud. Throw caught by Hyatt on the slant. A gain of 8 there on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Now here's Stroud on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
19 tight, 19 tight.
And Stroud now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, let's go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Glenn. And his throw is incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Paulson and Debo. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle. He's got Ruckert. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Yeah, boy, and it's tough to bring him down that time. He surges forward. He's going to get a full 6 out of that. Second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 123 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To throw with Stroud. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Right side completes to Mechie. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He hits Adams, complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
This is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
He'll look to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
60 by 6.
Here's Stroud. Hyatt there to grab it. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play.
Let's go, lady.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Will McDonald picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st. Stroud looks to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. And that touchdown, Charles, with very little time remaining, boy, it just sucked any energy and momentum out of the other sideline.
Yeah, take an incredible comeback in the final minute to bring this one back to even. A great series there offensively. They saw an opportunity to slam the window shut, and they followed through.
Extra point try now from Dicker. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. One last shot at the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Dallas, the wins keep coming as this one moves them to 12-3 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.